So this is my iNaturalist observations map. So now I'm going to go to the actual map. So this is my intro slide. In the past 3 months, we've been observing many different types of plants, animals, and insects. This map will take you through all the different species that I've observed in the various places that I've been in the past few months. On this first introduction map, I've simply pinned the locations where I've made observations so that you can get an overview of the areas that we will be talking about. So they go, as you can see up here, these are the locations that I've been to. This area right here is South Fulton, Tennessee, which is where I'm from. This area over here is Bowling Green. And then this area down here is Jackson, Tennessee, which is where I went to a rodeo for my cousin, and so that's where some of my observations are from. So to start it off, we'll go to South Fulton. South Fulton, Tennessee is where I go home to on the weekends and where most of my observations are from. It is a small town in northwest Tennessee near the Kentucky state line. This map covers pins in all the observations that I've made in this area in the past few months. So I'll zoom in. Oh, that's out. I'll zoom in to where we can see the pins. There's a lot of them. Okay, so now we're going to go through what some of these pins are. So we'll just start up here. So this one is the ruby-throated hummingbird. A flash of green and red, the ruby-throated hummingbird is eastern North America's sole breeding hummingbird. And I found this on allaboutbirds.org. I saw this ruby-throated hummingbird at my house, behind my house. And then this one is a toothy skinx, which is like a lizard. It's a member of the genus Plestiodon. Gulf fritillary. You can see the Latin name here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The wings of this butterfly are like stained glass, artfully designed to maximize the beauty and light in the garden. The Gulf fritillary is similar in size to the monarch, but can be distinguished by the large gray patches on the underside of the wing. And this reference is from gardenswithwings.com. Evergreen huckleberry. This was like a little shrub that's growing at my house. This is its Latin name. It's a small to medium-sized evergreen shrub. This one, the American giant millipede. According to Wikipedia, Narcissus americanus is a large millipede of eastern North America. Common names include American giant millipede, worm millipede, and ironworm. And then you can kind of read the rest of that, but that's the basics about the American giant millipede that I found in my house. And this one is a meadow mushroom. It's a white mushroom that is closely related to the cultivated button mushrooms that are sold in grocery stores. It comes up in meadows, fields, and grassy areas after it rains. There are a lot of them at my house, especially in the fall, which is when I made that observation. This one is nightshade. It's a type of plant that is in the genus Solanum, which is also the same genus as potatoes. The plant that I observed was growing in a meadow. And I didn't have a reference for this one because I knew about nightshade from my plant science class with Dr. Stone. So that was my reference for this one. White snake root is a poisonous North American herb in the Asteraceae family. That reference is from Britannica.com. And then, so that's just a few of them from my house in that area. There's a lot of them. You can see like all the pins. And if you want to look at my map, you can go through all of them. But I'm going to move on to Jackson, which one of the observations that I made this fall is from a town in West Tennessee called Oakfield, which is near Jackson. I have a cousin that does rodeo, like I mentioned before, so when I went to watch one of his rodeos at a park in Jackson, I got to make some observations in my downtime. So, just zoom in on that. This pin is, okay, it's not clicking on the pin, but anyways, I made one of my observations in Jackson. So hold on, let me try to get this. Oh, here we go. Okay, the one that I made in Jackson was smartweeds. Smartweeds are members of the buckwheat family. They can be annual, perennial, or shrubby. They usually grow from a taproot. Certain species are adapted to aquatic situations. Some of the introduced ones have been naturalized and become quite invasive. And so it was like the rodeo was at like this park, and so I made this observation at a little meadow that was behind the park. And then finally for Bowling Green, some of my observations have come from here in Bowling Green. While many of them are from WKU's campus, there are a few that have come from different areas around Bowling Green, such as the WKU farm in downtown Bowling Green. So here, if you know anything about Bowling Green, here is campus, here's downtown, here's the farm, and then over here is a small subdivision where one of my friends lives. So I have a few, observations from each place, but I'm going to go to the farm because I feel like that's probably not where a lot of people got theirs. So just to highlight what we have at our farm. So one of these is industrial hemp. So we have hemp plots at the farm. And so cannabis sativa is a very tall plant that is used to make many different products from paper to medicines. And then the other one that I got at the farm was a Chinese mantis. Chinese mantis is a very common mantis species. Originally, it only occurred in Asia, but because of international commerce, it has been reintroduced in North America. So that's like your average, like praying mantis we usually see around here. And then I'll zoom back out. As you can see, like there are several more on campus, and then one downtown, and one in this subdivision. And so there are a lot of them throughout Bowling Green, more from home and places like that. But so these are the observations that I made in the last semester. As you can see, I really tried to get things that were in the wild, and that were at my house and not really around Bowling Green. I wanted to try to get something different. So that's all the observations from this semester. So I hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit of something about West Kentucky, like in Northwest Tennessee. So thank you.